Kinim Daf Chav Daled. A good avach. Unfortunately, the last few days with Yom Kippur and now Sukkot is coming, we had Shabbos in between. It was difficult to do the summary for the last few daf of kinim, which is only 3 daf long. I didn't want the entire Masechta to go by without a summary. Figured we'll take the last and final Mishnah in Perek Gimel of the Masechta, Mishnah Vav, and that gives us a basic idea and concept of what Masechta's kinim is about. It's the most complex Mishnah in the Masechta, I believe, and it's a very interesting and unique Mishnah, and very geschmack. So let's jump into it. I found some of my notes that I've given shir over a year and a half ago on Zvachim. We'll use these instead of the typical graphics, digital graphics that we have. The halacha is if a woman gives birth and she's poor, she brings 2 birds. They could be either pigeons or turtle doves. One is a chatas, one is an oila. Chatas always goes below the red line on the mizbeach. Oila always goes above the red line on the mizbeach. This woman, in addition to bringing her 2 birds, one is a chatas and one is an oila, she said she'll give a neder, she'll bring an extra gift to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, another pair of birds. Now when a person makes a neder, the only thing you can bring is an oila. 2 oila birds, you can't bring a chatas. So this woman in total would have to bring 3 oilais, 2 for her neder, 1 for her chayva, and 1 chatas for her chayva. If everything went well, the kohen takes the 3, he puts them above the red line, those 3 are the oilais, and 1 is below the red line, that's the chatas. This kohen made a mistake. He thought that the woman was bringing 2 pairs of birds for 2 separate births, let's say. So he put 2 above the red line and 2 below the red line. So as in terms of her chayva, what she had to bring for this childbirth, everything is good, because the first pair that he brought was above the red line and 1 went below the red line, that's perfect. One is a chatas, one is an oila. The second pair, one of them is above the red line, that's an oila. The second one was also supposed to be above the red line, but it went below the red line. That is no good. So therefore, she replaces that 1 bird with another bird for her oila. That's great, that's case number 1. Case number 2 is that this woman brought 2 different types of birds. 2 pigeons, 2 turtle doves. Now you can't mix and match. Every pair has to be the same species. So if you bring a pair of birds, it has to be 2 pigeons or 2 turtle doves. Since this woman brought 2 different pairs, and it's unknown which pair was shechted first as the chayva, therefore you have to replace 1 bird for her second pair, for the neder. Bring another oila. But we don't know if it was pigeons that were shechted, or nimlak, or turtle doves. Therefore she has to bring 1 bird of each type of bird. And that's this case right over here. Since this group right over here, if this is the first group, this is great, 1 above the red line, 1 below the red line, and therefore you don't have to do anything for this. This group right over here, 1 above the red line, 1 below the red line, this bird that's below the red line is not good, so you bring another pigeon for this bird, but perhaps what she wanted and what was shechted was the turtle doves. Not what she wanted, but what was shechted were the turtle doves in the second pair. And therefore, 1 turtle dove is missing, so you must bring another turtle dove. The next case is where a woman specifies specifically that for her neder, only her neder, not her chayva, she wants to bring a specific type of bird, but we don't know what it is. It could be pigeons, it could be turtle doves. And what happened was, she went ahead and she brought 4 of the same type of bird. So let's call them pigeons for argument's sake. The first 2 are great, because 1 was above the red line, 1 was below the red line, and for a chayva she's yaitza. The second 2, since she said that she wants a specific bird, but they're all pigeons, and 1 of the second group went below the red line, she needs to replace that with 1 pigeon. However, it's very possible that she said that she wanted turtle doves for the second pair. Therefore, she must bring 2 turtle doves. A total of 3 birds, 1 pigeon for this group, and 2 turtle doves in case she meant that her neder should be out of turtle doves. The next case, we're just going to add an element to every case until the end of the Mishnah. This case is that she said what she wants, she specified. And when she brought the birds, instead of them being like the case right before, where she brought 4 of the same type, for instance pigeons, over here she brought 2 and 2. 2 pigeons and 2 turtle doves. But she specified what she wants. Now it's very possible that she specified turtle doves. so she has to bring 2 turtle doves. It's very possible that she specified pigeons, so she must bring 2 pigeons for a total of 4 birds. The next case is we're going to add another element. Not only did she specify what she wants to bring, but she also was kaiveya it. The first case is called Persha Nidra, and this is called Kava Nidra. She said that both of her nether birds, the 2 oilos that she brought because she wants to bring a gift to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, must come together with her chayva birds, and that didn't happen. So if she brought 4 of the same type, and now we need to figure out what type of bird she specified for her nether, plus they all have to come together. So she'll bring 3 pigeons, one for her chayva, which she wasn't yaitza now, because the chayva and the nether must come together. Therefore, she has to bring 3 pigeons. But she only has to bring 2 turtle doves, because once you do the chayva out of a pigeon, the turtle doves could be by themselves. They could be another type of bird. But we don't know if she said turtle doves or pigeons, so she has to bring 2 turtle doves and 2 pigeons, but also an additional pigeon to match the chayva, and it should be all at the same time. Next case, same case as before, but now she didn't bring 4 pigeons, rather she brought 2 turtle doves and 2 pigeons. And therefore, she must bring 3 of each, because all 3 oilos must come together, because she was kaiveya her nether. She said she wants all her oilos to be together, and we don't know what her oila is. And since it's different species, she must bring 3 turtle doves and 3 pigeons. And for our final case, it's the same exact case as before. This time, we don't know if the kinim brought all the birds above the red line or all the birds below the red line. The difference is, if they were all above the red line, then there was no chatas. In the first group, there was no chatas. Now, according to the Manda Omer, that says, as we had in the beginning of the Masechta, that the chatas is kaiveya. So when the kohen does the first bird, the chatas, then we know what species it is. So therefore, let's just start from the end. She must bring 2 of each for her nether, because we don't know what they brought before, and we don't know if it's above the red line or below. Let's assume everything was below the red line. She must bring 2 pigeons and 2 turtle doves. Now, in terms of her chayva, if everything was below the red line, so there was a chatas done, but we don't know if it was a pigeon or a turtle dove. So she must bring 1 more oila, either a pigeon and a turtle dove for her oila. That's 101. However, it's possible, that's why I have 2 birds and 4 birds, total of 6. But it's possible that all 4 birds were shechted above the red line and the kohen doesn't remember. Therefore, you have to bring 1 more bird as a chatos. It doesn't matter what type. Let's call it a pigeon. As a chatos, now that goes together, it can match up with the pigeon that you already brought for your oila. A total of 7 birds. According to Ben Azai, who says that the first bird that you shecht is what's keveya. It's not the chatas that's keveya. It's the first bird. So in case you brought all 4 birds above the red line, now, according to Ben Azai, that is the type of bird that's keveya, what the set is. So therefore, the chatas cannot be a pigeon, because perhaps the first bird was an oila, was a turtle dove, and that was keveya. So you have to bring 2 types of chatos, 1 pigeon and 1 turtle dove. And with that, we finish today's daf Chavhei of Kinim. Have a wonderful week and a good yantiv.